Alright, we're getting ready to play my copy of the Time for my exclusive Time video. Okay, this copy of it I bought back in 1995. It was second hand back then. As you can see, it's been through the wars a bit, and got the badass photo on the back, and now we're about ready to play some songs.
Oh yes, I'm a bad mamma jamma. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Finally, we're going to talk about Time. First of all, before we get started, I'm wearing my Lake Minnetonka t-shirt that I got given 2.5 years ago by Stephanie back in Minneapolis, because I helped her out with what went down in the first Prince show in Auckland. When I first got this thing didn't fit. It really looked tight on me. It still looks a bit tight on me now, but you can see it's definitely a bit looser. So I'm glad to be wearing it again. It's a great t-shirt. And also too, I've just finished watching a really good live stream by Prince's friend. It was great. Normally I never catch these things because I'm working early in the morning and I sleep on and on. I thought today would have been the same thing because I had a really heavy run this morning and I was just buggered, basically, to be honest with you. I got up, there it was, and when I started commenting, not only did I notice he was watching me, but he shouted me out and I was so happy. He answered me several times and he promoted the channel and I just couldn't believe it. Thank you so much, Prince's friend. I really appreciate all the love, and I mean, you didn't have to do it, but you did it, and I'm really, really grateful. I mean, and if you can, I mean, if you don't know who Prince's friend is, just type it in, go and watch his videos. He is really, really onto it. He really gives good opinions, you know what I mean? I don't always agree with everything he says, but you know, it's the joy of being a Prince fan. Every Prince fan is different, but he is amazing. He really does the research. Unlike me, who just puts a camera in front of me and starts talking and making mistakes. I mean, he actually said he spends weeks making his videos, he plans things, he researches them, he does a lot of editing. I mean, you watch it, the quality just shows. He's a quality artist, you know. And he's a tribute to the fan community, so if you haven't checked out Prince's friend, go and check him out. He is amazing. Okay, so that's Prince's friend, but now we're going to talk about what I want to talk about, and that is the Time. Okay, now this is the Prince Classics series. We've done Dirty Mind, and I said I was going to do some proteges. Now this album to me is really important because it came kind of like in the middle of Dirty Mind and Controversy. In case you haven't guessed, Controversy is going to be my third video because I absolutely love that album too. This album is great. I mean, I just love it. It's Dirty Mac. It's basically a funkier, seamier side of Prince. Okay, I've actually recorded some little videos of the music playing. Fair use, warners. You know, it's just bits and pieces. I mean, I'm encouraging people to buy the music. They should buy it and listen to it. So please don't take it down. So far I've been pretty lucky. All my other videos with live music and, you know, songs playing in the background have been pretty good. And yeah, thank you, Estate, for just letting things slide. I really appreciate it. Now, as you can see, I'm a lot more upbeat than my little rant about Michael Jackson back on Tuesday. Just an update about that. Definitely I'm of the opinion that Michael Jackson's completely innocent now. Any doubts I've had have gone. You know, I think I've been rightly put in my praise by the people on this Michael Jackson fan side I'm in. And yeah, definitely, I mean, it's very easy to get sucked in by gossip, and that's why I don't like it. I mean, Prince's friend himself was mentioning it. There's some dude who's trying to sue the Prince estate over the song Girl 6 and over a song called Sex on the Phone. And I'm like, what? You know, but anyway, so here we are at the Time. Okay, let's just talk quickly about the germs of the Time. Once again, thank you, Prince Vault, you know, for this information. Basically, as you know, I mean, I talked about in the Dirty Mind video, Morris Day gave Prince the song Party Up, and Prince said, I'll either give you some money or I'll give you a band, and Morris said, I want my band. So then Prince thought, okay, this is going to take some work, we've got to plan this out. This is late 1980, so we get ahead to the start of 81. We're talking like the winter of 81 here. Prince basically decides he wants a funk band, you know, he wants something funkier, you know, something with a more street edge, and it's also good for him because Prince is running all this music, and Warner Brothers, he's still not really an established talent stage. They want to kind of restrict how much comes out. But Prince has got all this music, all this ideas flowing out of him, so he thinks, hey, now, how about we release this music under a different name with a different group? So what he does is, again, he dreams up this whole concept, and he brings in Morris, and basically he says, because Morris is a talented drummer, okay, you're going to be the drum, you're going to be the leader of the group, but you're going to be on the drums. So what he did was he brought in all these talented cats from the two groups, Flight Time, which include Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, as you know, Jam and Lewis, you know, they're going to become big time producers. They were automatic choices on the bass and the keyboards. They also brought in a white, actually surprisingly, a white guy called Monty Moore, who was as funky as hell, to play also on the keyboards. And then there was a group called Enterprise, and that was Morris Day's group. And Enterprise had a guitarist from Rock Springs called Jesse Johnson, and this dude had like a big processed afro jerry curl thing, and he could play a guitar like it was on fire. He was doing Hendrix, Rick James style guitar playing. Prince took one look at him and said, do you think this guy's got it, Morris? Took one look at him, he had this big permed up jerry curl, he had a guitar, he had all these Marshall amps and stacks, he played one note and Prince said, yeah, he got it. Then Prince also realised this guy's a really good guitar player and he could give me a run for my money. So Prince went out and made all these really difficult guitar solos to play on the first time. I mean, you listen to the solos on Get It Up. I mean, that was all just basically to show, you know, to say to Jesse, yo, you're a great guitar player, but I'll let you know who's really a great guitar player, and that's me. You know, you better replicate it note for note. And then also came in another Johnson, Mr. Jellybean, this big tall oak tree looking brother up here, and he came in on the drum kit. So there you are, you've got your time band. Now I know you guys saying, what about Jerome? Well, Jerome came along a bit later actually. At the very start there was no Jerome. He was added to the live lineup, and when you think about it, Jerome wasn't actually doing anything musical basically. He was just like, you know, running around the stage, dancing a bit, handing Morris his mirror. Now somebody bring me a mirror. And he'd be holding it there like this. You know, he'd be holding the mirror like Morris would go, oh yeah. You know, so anyway, he's got the time together. This is like April 81, and originally too he needed a singer, so he got Alexander O'Neill in, and he was already singing, I think, in some group called Enterprise or something like that, or another group. And he said, and Alexander basically angry because Prince did not hire another guy to play on the drums, and basically because I mean did not hire Jellybean on the drums because he wanted to put Morris on the drums basically. So I got that wrong. Apologies. Yeah, and also Alexander had a disagreement over money, and apparently Prince, there's another story I read, I think in one of the books, I think it might have been the Dave Hill one from '89, but apparently Prince went into a restaurant with members of the Future group. And apparently he ordered a hamburger, some spaghetti and a sandwich, and he took one bite of each and they disappeared or something. It was just hilarious. And then finally he said, and then Alexander said, I ain't working full scale, because originally Prince was only paying these guys $140 a week. I mean, Prince wasn't making big money at this stage. He was still touring the Dirty Mind Act, so he was like, you know, I want to get this shit sorted out of the way. And so basically Prince took on, and Morris said, Morris, you're going to be singer. So Morris jumps up into singing, and of course Jellybean Johnson, who had been rickrolled and pissed off Alexander, and was brought in on the drummers still after all. So there you are, we've got our group, and then what happens is it goes away, Prince goes off and plays some more Dirty Mind gigs, you know. April 81, sometime around then, Prince goes into his home studio, records the whole Time album basically. It's pretty much him doing all the music on the album. Apparently Des played some of the guitar solos and wrote the song after high school. We don't know if he did or not. I mean, it's a matter of conjecture. Lisa's playing some of the piano bits and doing the singing, and also the singer Sue Ann Carwell, who Prince had worked with back in '78, did some backing vocals. Lisa and Sue Ann were credited as various girlfriends. And then basically all the music was done. Morris was brought in to basically sing vocals, but all that music on that first album, which I'm going to play, it's all Prince basically. And I mean, he didn't even do a very good job dubbing out his involvement, because like if you listen to songs like Get It Up and Cool, you can clearly hear Prince's harmony vocals in the back. And what might make me laugh especially is in the song Get It Up, towards the end, he goes, get it up, I'll work you all night. Get it up, I'll fuck you all night. The fuck is clearly Prince singing that line. Because, you know, Prince do all that edgy shit. Okay, so that's the album. And basically what happens, so now we're in April 81. I mean, Prince assembles the time and gets the photo shoot done. Apparently this was done at some part of inner St. Paul. This was taken in April or May of 1981. The album was not released until the middle of 1981 in July. It did really well, actually. It actually did better than Dirty Mind. It got up to number 50 on the charts, on the white charts, and got to number 7 on the black chart and went gold automatically. It released 3 singles. Get It Up was the first single, which came out in June 81, and that got all the way up to number 7 on the black chart, but did not go anywhere on the pop chart. But still, it was a good song, get them established. Okay, and then the second single, Cool, which was the big hit, didn't come out till November, but that got all the way up to number 6 on the black chart and crossed over into pop, getting to 90. Finally, in April 82, after the time nearly when the second album was out, Girl and The Stick was released and got to number 49. I don't know how, because Girl was weak, but The Stick was a good B-side, but it was a severely edited version of The Stick. Okay, so, and also, as far as touring goes, apparently they played a place called the Royal Oak in September 1981. That was their first live gig, and apparently Prince grilled them hard. I mean, apparently they were playing the music. Prince came in and said, not only are you going to be playing, you're going to be stepping and you're going to be singing. And they're like, man, we can't do that. You know, I think this was in the Matt Thorne book. And then Prince showed them how to step, how to play. And he said, like, after one day, they knew how to do it. After 2 days, they were doing it in their sleep. And by a month later, it was just second nature. Prince said, oh no, I want you to be stepping and I want you to be singing while you're doing this. You're not just going to stand there and play the music. And then, of course, October 3rd, 1981, I think also played Sam's. And amazingly, they actually played the 7th Street Entry, was where they put all the punk acts. But they actually went down really well. And then on Of course, starting in November 1981, they went with Prince on the Controversy tour. Okay, so I'll just turn it off here. We're going to play a selection of videos, which are me reviewing the music, basically. So I hope you enjoy them. Fair use, record companies, and I'll be back in a minute.
This is the first cut. It's called Get It Up. This is what people would have heard for the first time, realising, well, this is funk music cover. I think the belt on my record player is a bit broken. It's going quite slow. So basically, as you can hear, the song's about sex, basically. Freaking, you know, we can fool around. And here. Oh man. Can anyone just hear some of the vocals in this song? So this first song, Get It Up, you can clearly hear, you know, you've got Lisa and you've got Sue Ann Carwell singing backing vocals. Morris is singing on it. You can clearly hear Prince in the background. He's singing some of the more colourful lyrics that are coming up. This is track 2, Girl, which sounds a lot like Morris Day trying to do his best Lionel Richie impression. This isn't so good as the rest of the album, but apparently Girl dates back to April of '79. This version, of course, was recorded in April '81. Oh Lord, I really need to go and buy a new record player. Track 3, After High School, which is, again, it's an average song. Apparently it was written by Des Dickerson. Very formulaic, considering everybody in the group was well into their 20s. Being in high school, I have no idea what that's about. This is easily one of the funkiest cuts on the album. This is Cool, featuring the Coke bottle percussion. The song's hilarious. Morris is talking himself up like some big time, you know, corporate type, basically. Great harmony. See, it's Prince doing the harmony vocal. This is the song that really cemented Morris Day as the sort of funk legend that he became, like the, you know, the big time jet-setting ladies man. This is another joker, and this is why really this album, I still think it's a classic. It's not quite as classic as What Time Is It, because the second ballad, Oh Baby, is proof that Morris hadn't quite mastered the art of balladry yet. You know, I mean, compared to After Cool and Get It Up, you know, I mean, this is weak sauce. Finally, The Stick, you know, where he's using car metaphors and imagery. This is, even though Morris is singing, it's got the time funk sound. This is a classic Prince song as far as I'm concerned. This is hilarious. Better work the stick, give me satisfaction. Work the stick, am I right? Again, like the other 3 jam songs, I've liked the other 3 jam songs, just extended funk guitar remixes. It's so funky. I mean, this is great. What have I learned? I need to buy a new record player. And yeah, okay, so there's your musical samples. Back to my video.
Back to the stuff. Okay, so you've seen me review the songs. I'll just go through the songs briefly. Okay, The Stick, we started with Get It Up. Get It Up is a great song. I love a funk. It's 9 minutes of non-stop funk and chanting. It's got some great chanting, you know, like, we could fool around. You know, you're very sexy lyrics, you know, get it up, I'll work you all night. Get It Up, great synth stabs, amazing song. It's easily 10 out of 10, no question. Girl, really, I'm trying to get into this song, but it's just not good. Peach and Black did a funny take of it where, like, you know, Prince is going, come on, Morris, give it more. And Morris is like going, girl. And then he goes, I thought we were supposed to be a funk group. Where's my mirror? You know, and of course, you know, and he made a joke about how, you know, if the song doesn't even sound, it feels like, girl, I want to get in your drawers. That just had me in stitches. Seriously, those guys just said some funny stuff. It's not a good song, 4 out of 10. After High School, it's a bit too jumpy and childish, I think. You know, like I said in my talking review of the music, these are like dudes in their 20s. Morris Day was 24 and he's singing about being in high school. Seriously, how many years did they hold this knucker back, basically? Maybe they were appealing to their fans who were mainly young black teenagers who probably were in high school. And even though most of the music is about sex, it's nothing about drugs, and it's about, you know, doing well. Typical sort of Prince meets black moralism, basically. Still, it's better than Girl, but it's not that good. I'll give it a 6. Cool. Okay, that song is just bloody amazing. It's probably the best song on the album. It's probably tied up there with Get It Up. The Stick's not quite as good. Cool was amazing. I love the way Harry's just talking himself. He's talking about how he's got a Learjet and he's got a Maserati and all this other shit. And really, this is like his first album, and Prince was paying his ass $140 a week. You know, there was very little paper going on in this era. You know, even when at the time of Purple Rain, they're still not getting that much money. That's part of the reason why the band broke up and Morris went solo. But, you know, it's a great fantasy song. I just love the beat, the percussion. That was actually stolen off Michael Jackson's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough song. It's just a great song. It's 10 out of 10. No questions. Okay, Oh Baby. Oh no, God. I mean, I barely listen to the song. It's just so turgid. It just goes nowhere. I mean, if you're watching this video and you think it's great, I mean, tell me why. You know, I mean, I definitely want to hear someone who likes the song. 2 out of 10. That's how bad it is. It really brings the album down. And then finally, we finish with The Stick. The Stick is a great funky song. Again, it's a funky workout. You know, the lyrics, again, I mean, it's classic Prince lyrics. You know, it's basically, of course, unless you're living under a rock, the stick is clearly a metaphor for his dick, basically. You know, give me satisfaction, work the stick in my ride, basically. You know, basically, he's asking for a blowjob, pretty much. Let's tell you the truth. I mean, it's a little bit more direct than Florida's whistle, you know, blow my whistle, baby. You know, but yeah, but I love the sex. I mean, some people are really repulsed by the vulgarity, but I'm not. I just find it so funny. Even when I was a teenager, it would crack me up, even now as an adult. You know, I mean, it's Frank, you know, I mean, this is early Prince. He's uninhibited. He's just singing this stuff. And I mean, the time we're willing to play along because, you know, they were like a group of guys on the town out to get all the girls, you know. But it's just a clever song. I mean, the metaphors and interplay, those are the two main things about the stick, you know. You know, maybe you can work the stick in my ride, you know. It's just, and even us gays, you know, we could kind of clasp at that song too, really, you know, yeah. But ladies come too quick, better work the stick, give me satisfaction. Work the stick in my ride, oh, ride, give me satisfaction. So that's the time overall. Now again, 9 out of 10. Like I said, not quite up there with Get It Up and Call, but still an amazing song. Overall, this is basically a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, I know it's not quite a classic, but for what it is, it's a classic, and I'll tell you why. This is the first time Prince had taken a side project and brought it to fruition. Warners must have liked it because they automatically gave the time a contract. And at the time, I think he fooled a lot of people because anyone could link things together, realizing that Jamie Starr on Dirty Mind and Jamie Starr on The Time might be the same cat. And if people listening to his music, because I mean, at the time, Prince was not that popular except amongst a few, you know, trendsetters and quite a large amount of African American adolescents, basically, and some guys in their 20s. So a lot of people at the time might have bought this and thought, just a minute, this sounds a bit like Prince. And where are these guys from? Minneapolis, and they're on Warner Brothers. And Jamie Starr produced a song. Just a minute, there's some guy in falsetto singing about, you know, get it up, I'll fuck you all night. They might put 2 and 2 together, and then October 1981. Just a minute, why at the time touring with Prince and his group? You know, why is it that Morris Day kind of comes across as sort of more, you know, streetwise and hip cat Prince? You know, yeah. Basically, I mean, the brother even looks like Prince in some ways, really. Light-skinned brother, looking fine, you know, yeah. And so people kind of put 2 and 2 together and realised that this whole time thing. But what really got people was it said all jams composed by The Time and produced by Morris Day and Jamie Starr. In reality, all jams were written by Prince for apparently some, you know, instrumental input by Dr. Fink on the keys, Des playing guitar, and of course, as you know, various girlfriends. But essentially, this is a Prince album. Prince recorded it. Morris went and did the guy vocals. Apparently, even when the second album came out, what time is it? I'm going to do a video on that one. Prince apparently recorded that through a tape at Jesse and said, here you are. You guys play, here's the new album. Learn it. You guys play really well on the guitar. Jesse, you play some amazing guitar solos, man. You know, and I mean, I'm going to talk about that in the second video. Basically, you know, I mean, Prince was giving these guys some shit because what happened was he intended them to be like a side project that would complement Prince and the sound. They turned out being gods, so that people just loved their presence. I mean, Prince and his band looked a little stiff next to the Stime, who were just jumping around the stage, just going bananas. You know, Morris would have, like, right from the very start, Morris brought Jerome into the act. Jerome would run around the stage with his mirror, and Morris would be dancing, and Jerome would slide across the stage and, like, wipe the sweat off his forehead with a bandana and that type of thing. And people just loved it. I mean, they just played it up for the camera. And that's what people loved about the time. I mean, it wasn't just going to see them perform these songs. You were going to see a spectacle, basically. And even though on the Controversy tour, the Time actually did stay. I mean, in some shows they even added Zapp as an opening act. As you know, Zapp, that's Roger Troutman and their song More Bounce to the Ounce. Baby, baby. Another absolute jam I just absolutely love. I should probably, I mean, Prince's friend mentioned that I should probably get more into some Zapp music because he bought a Zapp Greatest Hits CD. And yeah, I mean, but this album, I mean, if you don't have it, I mean, buy it on bloody iTunes or something. You know, I mean, I know I play the music. I'm going to do my bit for the record companies. Buy this shit. Don't get a bootleg, buy it. This is great, great music. This just shows you already at the age of 22 just how dynamic and versatile Prince was already. It was the start of his obsession with proteges. And also the other thing too is, of course, the other story, and I believe this because I've just seen the movie recently, was Prince watched The Idolmaker, which is a famous movie from 1980, which is about the guy who produced acts like Dion and Fabian, and it's actually based around how he promotes an act called Cesare. It's a great movie. It's about Italian-American music promoters in the late 50s. And I think Prince also wanted to see himself as a seven-girlie who had hatched stars, because not long after this, you know, he'd find Vanity 6, and then he'd get Sheila E, and then The Family, and all these other acts. And yeah, so it's the start of Prince as a producer. So that's the time. You know, I know it's a long video again, but hopefully this one's a bit more lively, a bit more funky. I'm really trying to just do new things, basically. There's the wall. And finally, I just want to show you a shot. I saw this print on my rounds in the morning. It's a big print of Prince. I think it's the drawing by Blue, the French guy. I mean, I really want to buy it. It's about a meter in size, but it's like $900, and not in this lifetime, sunshine. And where would I hang it, honestly? I'd be honest, I mean, I could think of a place to hang it. I'd love to just blow all this shit out of here and just boom. So there you are. May you all live to see the dawn. Keep it funky. Like I said, check out Prince's Friend if you haven't already, because his stuff is out there. And he, unlike me, he is really, really prolific. And his videos are very high quality. So may you all live to see the dawn.